Una dintre marile informații ale acestei serii, blocul condus de Benjamin Netanyahu pe cele 3 exit poluri care au fost realizate în Israel ar fi câștigat alegerile. Vom aștepta rezultatul oficial. Din interviul pe care am avut onoarea să-l realizez cu premierul israelian, Benjamin Netanyahu, la momentul respectiv în funcție, aș vrea să vedem în această seară doar câteva minute, vorbind despre ceva extrem de personal și ceva care este, poate, cel mai important subiect al sufletului său.
Cooperate on matters of security, anti-terror. Romania stands often with Israel in difficult diplomatic arenas, and we appreciate this. We recognize our friends, and we consider Romania a great friend.
How do you work with the Romanian government now, and what do you expect? I mean, can we have like a grade to say our relationship with the Romanian government is, I don't know, 7, but how can you?
I don't rank it as
it's
a 7.
Not 7?
No, I rank it higher.
It's 9.
Pretty close to the top, I would say.
It's 9. How can we make it 10?
Well,
how can we make it 1,000?
Well, I'm
going
to meet the Prime Minister right now in
Yeah.
this important summit, and I'm very proud of the fact that it's the first summit that a foreign leader has been invited. I take it as a compliment to my country and to my people and to our friendship. And I think that there are many ways we can make it better, and we will. But I look forward to the concrete discussions with the Prime Minister. She was in Jerusalem.
Yeah.
We had a very good meeting, and I'm sure we'll have a good one now. But it's on an upward trajectory because of the natural sympathy, because of common interests, because of common values. We are a common civilization, not only because we have this human bridge of close to 500,000 Israelis who come from Romania, but also because we're being challenged by the forces of radical Islam that want to bring down our civilization, kill our people. And we see that the sources of militant Islam are not only the radical Sunnis like Al-Qaeda and now Daesh, ISIS, but also Iran. Yeah. Iran, the radical Shiites that it leads, they have just sponsored several terrorist attacks on the soil of Europe, which we help prevent. And so we have a common interest to both bring our countries forward, bring a better life to our people, but also bring a safer life to our people against these common threats. And all of this, I look forward to discussing with the leaders here in Varna.
Prime Minister, before you came here, you said in the Israeli press, to strengthen our ties with any country, but this is also a block of countries with I want to provide my policies, to change the European hypocritical and hostile approach. What is your vision for this country from this region, and how can you change the attitude that you described? Last year you said about the European Union is crazy. Now you are saying about hypocritical and hostile. How can you change that?
It's an awful thing for a prime minister to be quoted. How can you possibly remember every quote that I made? You're right. I did say this, obviously. I wasn't referring to Europe.
It was an important one.
Yeah, but I wasn't referring to Europe or the countries of Europe, but a certain bureaucracy that often does not treat Israel fairly. And I want Israel to be treated fairly. It's the only democracy in the Middle East. It's the only democracy in a very broad radius. We believe in the values of freedom, the values of protecting all religions. You know that in Israel, Israel is the only country in the Middle East where the Christian community is not merely protected. It's thriving, it's growing. Everywhere else it's being decimated. We protect not only the religious sites, we protect the people.
But I have to say that I'm in love with the story from your family. A story that my viewers know about it. It's about your brother Yoni. And I had a question in my mind, and I was thinking if I will meet the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, I will ask him that question. What do you think that will make happy, smile, your brother Yoni, watching your career and what you are doing as a Prime Minister for Israel?
Well, first, I very much appreciate your attitude, Michai.
Yeah.
I have only one request. Why don't you come and be a journalist in Israel? Would improve some of the coverage we get. But in all seriousness, there's not a day I don't think of my brother and his legacy. He fell leading the military battle against terrorism, and I have had the opportunity to lead my country both in the military battle and in the political battle against terrorists and terrorist regimes. The preeminent terrorist regime of our time is Iran.
Yeah.
It is sponsoring terrorism throughout the Middle East, and it seeks to dominate the entire world with its twisted ideology. I view the battle that I've been leading to stop Iran from having nuclear weapons, yeah, and to stop Iran in its march of conquest throughout the Middle East and its terror-wide, its
Are you
worldwide
happy with the
campaign.
European Union, how are treating the Iran deal and how they are doing in this matter?
No, but I think that all countries will now, willy-nilly, will fall in line with the bold policy that President Trump has taken in the first batch of sanctions, the next batch that is upcoming. I think it makes sense not to give Iran the means to continue its campaign of aggression. Yeah. And that's really what these sanctions will do. So I hope that Europe will align itself with this policy, because I think it's the right policy. Not only the right policy in moral terms, but I think the right policy in terms of the real interests, yeah, of our common civilization against those who would threaten it. You ask about my brother.
Yeah.
Well, he was a remarkable.
Ne vom întoarce la interviu cu Bibi Netanyahu. Doamnelor și domnilor, în această seară, 3 exit poll-uri vorbesc, proiectează victoria lui Bibi Netanyahu, posibil viitor prim-ministru după toate datele din această seară. O schimbare majoră, o schimbare care în momentul de față este breaking news absolut în toate organizațiile de presă importante.